some idiot cut your hole too big. Here's a solution to the problem. That flange should not be as big as that hole. I should not be able to get that through there. So, whoever was in here before did it wrong and made this hole way too big. To combat this, they sell a Sioux Chief Closet Flange Support, which is these two brackets right here. One's right here, the other one's right there. You bring them in like this, obviously making the hole smaller so that the flange has a place to sit. If you have a wobbly toilet or rotten floor, you could use this. I had to drill into the concrete or into the tile 6 holes. There. I used a Bosch. Let's see, what number is that? LBHX020 7/32 drill bit. It actually comes with the hardware that you need. The flat screws are for the flange itself. And then you have like these machine screws, 6 of them. And that's what goes into the holes here into the tile and down into the subfloor. These are 3/16, I believe. And it says it right here. Yeah, 3/16 and 1/8. Actually, that's what you need the hole to be. So, for the larger hole, for the 3/16, I went up to a 7/32 drill bit to make the hole bigger so it could accommodate the screw. And then once you go through the tile and start hitting the subfloor, the wood, that's when you stop. Don't drill into the subfloor because you want that hole smaller than the hole on the tile. So you'll be able to tell when you're drilling down there when it actually hits wood. The feel is totally different. Just using a regular DeWalt drill. I actually bought 2 bits, thinking maybe I could only make like 3 holes and I need another bit, so I'll return this one to Lowe's. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are experiencing this problem, if somebody came in here and made the hole too big for the flange, because it shouldn't be this big, it should be, the flange should rest right here. The hole should be about that big, about 1/2 inch smaller than what it is now, all the way around. So whoever did this jacked it all up. And the only guys I can find that actually made anything that would make a bracket like this is a Sioux Chief Closet Flange Support. Rotten floor, hole cut too large, screws pulled loose. How it works: repairs wobbly toilets and loose closet flanges without replacing the floor. See right there. And I'll put a link in the description below where you guys can pick this up on Amazon. Remove toilet, slide flange support under closet flange, replace wax ring and toilet. Complete instructions on the back. Made into USA. Easy to install, so just look there. Plastic closet flanges, cast iron closet flanges, brass closet rings. It comes with everything you need, obviously, except for the electric drill, the drill bits, and the Phillips screwdriver. But it does have the hardware as far as screws needed. If you need to look at that longer, just pause the video. I actually called Sious Chief and talked to them, very friendly, seeing if I could get this, if they had a distributor out here in California, but they didn't. I had to order it. It took about 5 days. But let me show you the actual bracket. So it's 2 pieces. It's not very thick, but it is very strong. I mean, if I really put pressure on it, I could bend it in half, but I'm not going to. It seems like it'll do the trick. Okay, what I did is I went down. There's a 3-inch cast iron pipe down there. You guys can see it right there. It's capped off. You make sure you cap that off if you're going to leave it open for any extended period of time, because you will have sewer gas come back up. So that's just a 3-inch rubber cap that I got to cap off the cast iron pipe down there. Okay, so I got a rubber sleeve a longer one. It's about 4 inches long, 3 inches in diameter. I put it down onto the cast iron. Then I put the flange, the ABS pipe, and the flange down and lined everything up. And then I came in, once it was sitting here at the right height, I came in and put the support bracket in place, and that's how I found out my holes. Then I marked the holes with just a Sharpie, right? And then went one by one, started the hole, actually started right here, and drilled through the tile. And once I hit wood, I stopped, because obviously you don't want to make the hole in the wood as big as you are in the tile. And then drove the screw down into here, marked this one, that way I didn't, if I had any, what do you call it, any movement from, if I didn't get the hole correctly, exactly right when I drilled it, I could compensate by making sure that it was marked correctly before I started drilling here, and by installing the screw. So that's what I did. I went around and did one by one, did it here, screwed it in, screwed the screw in, drilled here, screwed the screw in, marked it here, drilled it, same thing on the other side. And then once you get that all set up, you go down here, drop that into place, and then drill 4 holes in the flange into the metal bracket. But I'm going to do that after I take the screws and put them down into place and get everything locked in. See how thick the tile is? You can see the subfloor. Subfloor starts here. What was that, 1/4 of an inch maybe? So plenty of meat to drive these screws into. So, alright, I hadn't seen a lot of videos on this Sioux Chief Closet Flange Support system, but seems pretty ingenious. And my dad always taught me the simplest way is probably the best. So keep it simple, stupid. Alright, everything's ready. Got the 6 bolts in onto the plate. Got the flange. Had to drill holes through the plate and then put the screws that came with it into the flange. So that's nice and secure. Everything's secure. Got the bolts that go into the toilet right there. And everything's looking good. I put some silicone around here because there was some gaps and didn't want air to come through. Used, what's this, Lexel? Put a link in the description below, but I've used this stuff for a lot of plumbing applications, and it is great stuff so far. So yeah, everything's ready to go. Just need to put the wax seal. That's the, this is the cover I used on the bottom to keep the sewer gases from coming up on the out of the drain pipe. Pick this up, I'll put links below. So just need to put the wax seal in and then put the toilet on and then tighten everything down. Should be good to go. Good to go. So wish there wasn't a gap right here between the 2 plates, but everything can be perfect, right? So it is not going anywhere. It is nice and secure. So there you guys go. If some idiot cut your hole too big, here's a solution to the problem.